Hey again. I wanted to revisit this conversation about blind spots, and I think I might be talking about this for a little bit. I want to highlight the work of a man named Richard Reeves. He wrote this book called Of Men and Boys, and I had listened to him on NPR talk about the plight of the soul of men and boys in the United States. And it resonated with me so much because it reminded me a lot of the story that I told about the school initiative and the banning of the Confederate flag. And thinking about what are the communities that we are not serving as a result of trying to uplift and center communities. So I've said this before about how we think about equity as a frame and we're trying to decenter folks, and this is partly why. And so, in an effort to raise up women and people of color, we are not necessarily looking at the development of white men and boys. We've kind of put them to the side as the problem. And the question that I sit with is when they are put to the side as the problem, how do they get inspired to receive the change that we're making in trying to elevate and amplify the voices of people of color as well as women? And what I find really powerful about Richard Reese's work is that he uses data to back this up. And I just want to take a step back to think a little bit about what is it that we're doing for men and young men in this country when we're thinking about their social development, their psychological development, their social emotional development. The other day, I was sitting at a bar waiting for an event, a business event, and there was a white man there. We were having a lovely conversation, and he just happened to say in passing in the conversation, he's like, I'm a white boy from the Midwest. We don't deal with emotions. And that was so telling and so interesting. And this is not a value judgment. This is just an understanding. If we don't deal with emotions, then how are we supposed to deal with when we're being cut out of a conversation? That's going to cause some emotional reaction. And so I'm offering this as an invitation to think about the ones that we've identified as the problem and to think about what are our blind spots in our understanding of how those folks are being developed, how they are receiving the change, and what, if you are in a position, what could you offer to support that development so they can be a part of the equitable society and not feel like they're being iced out too?